man, oh man, if that is the final time that we are going to see King Felix on the mound, I'm going to be such a sad fuzzy. It's been kind of a sad week. First of all, we're going to talk about the Indians. They might be officially done in 2019, and then King Felix might be officially done forever. We're going to go ahead and talk about his last start, so make sure you guys watch all the way until the end. But before we start talking baseball, I have a massive giveaway for you guys. I have partnered up with Easton. Yes, the Easton that sponsors Alex Bregman. And guess what? I'm going to go ahead and do a giveaway, and they're also going to give away an Alex Bregman Easton glove. So make sure you guys follow all of the rules. They'll be in the description down below. You also have to follow me on Instagram at FuzzyFromYT, as well as the Easton page. So make sure you guys follow all of the rules. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can win a free Alex Bregman glove. So I just want to say thank you guys for the opportunity to be able to give away this, because without you, I'd be a nobody. But we're going to go ahead and start off this video with a bang. We're going to start with the LA Angels, who are facing the mighty Houston Astros. I'm not sure who won, so we're going to go ahead and roll that right now, but it was a walk-off.
Simmons will be the batter, and the pitch, he grounds a ball off the glove of the first baseman Tucker. It'll roll into right field, and the ball game is over. That was a shot that kind of handcuffed Tucker, and the Angels come away with the win here tonight.
So there you guys just saw it. The LA Angels were able to use their AAA roster to be a pretty good team in the Houston Astros, so I wanted to go ahead and give them some props. Another team that I want to talk about is the Cincinnati Reds, because they have a guy named Aristides Aquino who everyone seemed to forget about after 2 weeks of him playing baseball. Like, he was the talk of the town, and then all of a sudden he's no longer being talked about. Yesterday he hit home run number 18, but it was not enough as they were facing the Milwaukee Brewers. And the Brewers, you do not want to face this squad right now. They are firing on all cylinders with their offense and pitching. Jordan Lyles, he's one of the biggest reasons why. I'm not sure if he pitched yesterday, but ever since he got traded, he's got like a 2.45 ERA, so I blame him. I blame Ryan Braun for the reason why the Brewers, they're just unbeatable right now.
Aquino with 2 out. Here is a high, deep drive down the left field line. If it's the
Brewers and Arcia in the left center field, they had him squeezed in the gaps, and he cannot make the play. Van Meter has it pop in and out of his glove. Grandal and Spangenberger in. Now Shaw scores.
It was a wild game yesterday down in Arlington. Some of the final games that are going to be played in that Texas stadium, which is sad to me because we saw Prince Fielder play there, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Josh Hamilton, all play there in their primes. But it's coming down to the finale. Yesterday was really weird because it was the Rangers versus the Red Sox, and Mike Minor was really close to 200 strikeouts. So what did he do? He let a pop-up drop in order to get 200 strikeouts. Now, in my opinion, I'm fine with it because he gave the hitter a second chance. That's every hitter's dream, is to have a foul ball drop, and then you get another pitch instead of getting out. So, hey, I tip my cap to Mike Minor. He got the hitter out when he gave him a second chance. So if you're complaining, I mean, come on. So in the comment section down below, I want you guys to let me know your opinion on that matter. Do you think that Mike Minor should be bashed, or do you think that both teams are out of the playoffs? It doesn't really matter. Let him get 200 strikeouts, because if that's your goal, like if my goal is to get 50,000 video views on one single video, if I fudge the title a little bit, I mean, are you going to fault me for clickbait, or do you say, hey, Fuzzy, you got your 50K views? I tip my cap off to you. Willians Astudillo had 4 base hits yesterday. He had 4 RBIs, and he hit his 4th home run en route to the Twins winning 10-4. So a lot of 4s. Willians Astudillo, I thought he was going to be a whole lot better in 2019, but he ran into a guy named Mitch Garver, who took over all of the playing time at the catcher spot.
Scored. There's a liner and a base hit. A high fly to left field. Going back is Dixon at the wall. Home run number 300 for the. That's hit well to left field. Deep to left field and gone. Home run number 301.
So if you guys did not know, Willians Astudillo, he is a rookie in 2019. Now, another rookie that I really want to talk about is Mike Yastrzemski. I thought that this guy was like 24, 25 years old. He's almost 30 years old, so it's unfortunate that he is an older rookie, because I'm not sure if he's going to be able to repeat this year. But in 2019 alone, he has an 859 OPS, and he just hit his 21st home run. So I think that he's really good. I'm not sure if he's going to be in the Rookie of the Year running, because there's guys like Fernando Tatis Jr., Mike Soroka, and Pete Alonso. One more little fun fact from Fuzzy, Maurice Dubon, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. He hit a home run as well for the Giants. He has the same birthday as me, so I know you guys don't care about that, but I thought that was fun.
For Joey Rickard, that ball is hit deep to the big part of the yard. Way back there, still going. Adios, Pelota!
High fly ball to left. Hit pretty well. Tapia back.
It is out of here.
Philadelphia Phillies continue to embarrass themselves for the first time in quite some time. They fall under 500. If you guys are wondering why I keep looking down, it's because I have my script, because there's a lot to talk about. When you have Andrew Knapp hitting a home run, Andrew Knapp might be the worst offensive catcher in all of baseball. He finally hits a home run, and you still lose and fall under 500 all in the same. Oh, God, I just roll the tape, because I like the Phillies. I love Bryce Harper, but that's just embarrassing.
Field today.
That ball's well hit. Michael A. Taylor. That ball hit hard. Ball gets away. Pinballs off the sign.
Even Strasburg pitches a swing and a miss. Gets away to the backstop. Here comes Zimmerman. The throw back to the pitcher.
Speaking of embarrassing, the Phillies, the Chicago Cubs, and the New York Mets, they all imploded at the exact same time going into September. I thought that these guys were for sure going to meet the Nationals, or at least one of these teams were going to meet the Nationals for the wild card, but we know it's the Nationals and the Brewers. The Cubs, they suck. Jose Quintana, he continues to embarrass himself. I thought that he was going to be one of the better NL starters this year. Unfortunately, it's not the case. Craig Kimbrell's really bad, and then if we're talking about the Mets, I mean, the Marlins, they hit a trio of home runs, including back-to-back. It's just the Cubs and the Mets. What's going on there? Why is Joe Madden gone? Is Mickey Callaway gone? In my opinion, I think they both are, especially Gabe Kapler. 3 for 3 of the last teams. I think their managers are gone.
Yes. Driven deep toward left center field. That's trouble, and that's going to get to the wall here.
Love it. I gotta love it. It's fair, and it's down, and it's going to bring in at least another.
Pirates.
And Elmore. He gets it done. Reyes
to third base. Got Tyler Heineman coming up.
And a fly ball right field with his first big league home.
Pitcher spot.
And Curtis Granderson with a drive right center field.
Series for Edwin Diaz.
Austin Dean with a high fly ball that's going deep to left field.
Today has been a very, it's a very emotional day. I had to watch Felix Hernandez potentially retire. We're going to talk about that in just a second. And then I see my Indians lose back-to-back games against the Chicago White Sox. And yesterday was even more embarrassing because we lost 8-0. We gave up 8 runs, which sucks. And then we got shut out. Then I had to learn that Francisco Lindor is barely hitting 200 in the month of September when we need him the most. The only thing that makes today better is the fact that Spider-Man is back in the Marvel universe. Yes, Sony and Marvel, they signed a deal for 2 more movies. So yeah, the Indians, they make me a sad fuzzy, but Spider-Man back to the MCU, kind of like just normal fuzzy. I'm not happy anymore, but roll it.
Drilled to left field. And out of here.
He's off.
Daniel, one more time. One more time in a big way. And it's lost and gone forever. Making up for lost time.
They used to call this the salary drive.
We're going to go ahead and break down the American League wildcard real quick before we talk about King Felix. So if the Rays and the A's win any more games, they are going to make the playoffs. Now the Indians, they need some help from the Blue Jays and the Mariners, because if the Blue Jays and the Mariners can beat up on the Rays and the A's, if the Indians can win out, we have to sweep the Washington Nationals, which is a crazy feat because the Nationals are a whole lot better than the Mariners and the Blue Jays. So if you're talking about a realistic baseball fan, not a biased Indians fan, I would say that our hopes are pretty much over. We were knocked out yesterday by the Chicago White Sox. That's my opinion. You guys might think I'm being a little bit pessimistic. I am, but honestly, I feel like I'm being a realist. So Indians have to sweep, the A's and the Rays have to falter against the Blue Jays and the Mariners, and I don't see that happening. Now we're gonna move on to both the Mariners and the A's because they faced off against each other yesterday. Matt Chapman, he hit a home run en route to winning. Now the team that they faced, the Seattle Mariners, I'm gonna talk about them a little bit more because we know the A's are good. Matt Chapman is amazing, but the fact that King Felix, he might have pitched his final game in Major League Baseball, it's just we've lost Ichiro and King Felix in the same year, 2 of my childhood heroes. If we look at King Felix and his stats, he's been really bad the last 3 or 4 years, but I think that he might have a chance to be a Hall of Famer regardless of his win-loss record because he was on some pretty bad Mariners teams. He was a 6-time All-Star. He won the Cy Young back in 2010 when he had a 2.27 ERA, and he has over 2,500 career strikeouts, so I think that he's going to make it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think that King Felix is a Hall of Famer, or do you think that his last few years kind of ruined it because he still thinks that he has some gas left in the tank? Everyone thinks he's retiring, but he said if he can find another job, whether it's in the bullpen or something else, he will not retire. So King Felix, if you do, thank you for everything.
It's 2-2.
He got him.
He says, that one's for you, Court.
And a walk in his first at bat.
Chapman drives one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing the culmination of a magnificent Mariners career. Cap off. Big roar. Listen to this crowd.
The final game we have to dive into before we talk about this day in baseball history, we have to talk about a very boring game in the Dodgers and the Padres. I think the Dodgers won by a score 1-0. So yeah, very boring. No home runs, a pitcher's duel. Good for them. I'm not interested.
Board for Max Muncy.
Swatted to left center field base hit. Taylor is off and moving with a pitch. He hits third and comes home. They're going to challenge Urias. The throw off Hedges.
Swung on and popped up shallow center and back behind second base.
All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for today's Major League Baseball recap. I hope that you did enjoy. Remember, follow me on Instagram as well as Easton's Instagram if you guys want a chance at winning a free Alex Bregman glove. Now we're going to go ahead and get into what happened on this day in baseball history. Some of them have video, some of them don't, because like the first one, Lou Gehrig, he hit his final home run number 493 on September 27th, 1938. I don't have a video of that, but I think that we can all kind of say like, wow, that was a pretty special moment in history. Except we have September 27th, 1973, Nolan Ryan passes Sandy Koufax for the most strikeouts in one single season with 383 strikeouts. We'll roll that right now.
Capped his year by breaking Sandy Koufax's record of 382 strikeouts in a season. He began his final start against the Minnesota Twins, needing 15 Ks. 11 innings later, Rich Reese went for number 383. The record was Ryan.
Darren Erstad on September 27, 2000. Darren Erstad hit his 99th RBI from the leadoff spot, which he passed Nomar Garciaparra. That was an MLB record. And then last but not least, we do have a video for this. Sammy Sosa on September 27th, 2013. He hit his 40th home run in 6 consecutive seasons. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that right now. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, follow me on Instagram. You guys can see all the rules there and enjoy Sammy Sosa mashing baseballs. Peace.
Be a happy night tonight. Sammy hits a rocket straight away center field. Red